Hot Sahel. To all my friends and relatives, my name is Tyler Purser. I'm from the Suquamish Tribe. I'm a seafood plant worker, and I'm also a gooey duck tender for the same business.
So I work at the Suquamish retail store, and I also come out and harvest clams with my tribe.
My name is David Mills. I've been commercial clam digging probably ever since I was 7 years old.
Well, hey, you know what? I got this shirt before I went vegetarian or pescatarian, I guess. But live on the water. We used to go down and dig clams and fish, and that's just been something that's always been a part of my life.
But this area right here, Trails End and everything, is where my family has resided for millennia. And a lot of my aunts and uncles and my dad, they grew up running around here, and then when the tide was in, they would swim in this little bay, and then they would also harvest clams all the time. It puts money in the pockets of families. It also feeds our people. A lot of right now, we're the buyers, Suquamish Seafoods. And so what we do in turn is we take that and we save it. Either we sell it for a retail store or we save it for canoe journeys when we host, our big potluck gatherings. Suquamish has always been known to be generous hosts, and we always like to feed the people. And people know when they come here that they're going to be taken care of in more ways than one, because they know that we put so much of our time and resource and effort into ensuring that there's a plentiful harvest and there's plentiful food to go around. We've been able to make a business out of it, and we generate a great amount of profit, and a lot of it goes into wellness programs, childcare, elder programs, and so a lot of what you see here, it goes back to our community.
So being a clam harvester and a part of the Suquamish Tribe, for me it's beneficial, mentally, spiritually. I enjoy coming out here and being with the tribe and family members, and I get the sense of what my ancestors have done in the past, and they're big. This was a big part of their livelihood, and it's just important to me to be out here and to help continue that.
I just like being out on the beach. I having an opportunity to take my kids out and show them kind of what we got to do when I was a kid. My dad used to take me clam digging all the time.
Well, it keeps a lot of the tribal members employed, of having some kind of income coming in, and us elders that are retired.
The coolest part about being in retail, working at the retail store, is being able to tell the customers where the clams came from and that I personally helped dig them. I think that's an important factor, and I think the customers enjoy hearing that.
100 years, 200 years ago, if our ancestors were to come here, they wouldn't recognize a lot, but they would recognize what we're doing here. They would know the culture is still intact and those values are still in place. And so for me, it's just that knowledge and just being centered in that's what I like the most about it.
There's a lot of challenges, especially here in central Puget Sound and Dyes Inlet. Water quality is the main concern, especially with the increased urbanization and development around the surrounding areas.
There's a lot of environmental setbacks where a lot of people do not want to have various kinds of clams that are brought up in a hatchery system, and then you bring those out and you're mixing them with the wild stock. And a lot of people just want the wild stock out there, but it'll be depleted if you don't help it out with the hatchery seedlings.
I hope that we can expand. I hope that we're able to get some of the beaches that have been closed reopened by any means necessary. I know that some of the areas that have been closed are slowly getting around to reopening, and I think just our tribe has done really good at being in communication with the Kitsap officials as well as Navy officials that help try to get this area cleaned up so we can go back to our roots and be able to utilize every inch of our usual and accustomed area that we've always used.
Clam populations will continue to thrive. The tribe has a very successful tideland leasing program where we work with private tideland owners to manage and enhance their beaches and also harvest the treaty share as long as the private state share. And so that's been a very successful program for us, a win-win for the tideland owners as well as tribal harvesters. So we really hope to increase that program as well.
I just hope we can continue to work in partnership with the local community and tribes. I hope that, we can ensure that there's still, things to harvest out of the water. When we dip our nets in the water, we still hope that there's going to be salmon. We still hope that there's going to be gooey duck, clams, everything. I just hope that we are going to be able to get along and figure out, this climate crisis and ocean acidification and just being able to deal with the ramifications of our modern technologies and the toll they take on our environment, and also on our bodies. And so I just hope that if I ever have kids and grandkids, that their kids and grandkids are going to be able to do what we do here. Because at the time of the treaty signing, Chief Seattle talked about, or Siat, he talked about, 7 generations from now, like, we're trying to look out for them, and then our work will be done, and then it'll be their turn. And this is essentially the 7th generation. So at the time of the treaty signing till now, all the things that came to fruition for us are now here. And so now their work is done, and now it's our turn to ensure that 7 generations from now, like, our work is just beginning, ensuring that our grandchildren's grandchildren can do what we can do.